Good morning and thank you for joining me today. My name is Rebecca and I will be talking about how gun laws should stay the same and mental health care should increase. Today I will be talking about unregistered firearms in the United States, current laws on firearms, and mental health statistics. I encourage you to think about the facts that will be spoken about today. First, we will talk about unregistered firearms. There are over 300 million firearms in the United States alone, but it is unknown how many of these are unregistered. According to the CDC, in 2016, and I quote, 1,555 people were killed in Pennsylvania alone, unquote. It is unknown how many of these killings were done by unregistered firearms. Some things I would like you to think about are, why don't we know how many firearms are unregistered? Would adding more laws help the mentally ill get help? Should gun registration be enforced, and should every American be required to trade firearms at a registered arms dealer? Now I would like to talk about the current laws on firearms. There currently are restrictions for individuals who would like to purchase or trade a firearm. According to the National Rifle Association, the following individuals are unable to purchase or trade a firearm. And I quote, those convicted of crimes punishable by imprisonment for over 1 year, except state misdemeanors punishable by 2 years or less, fugitives from justice, unlawful users of certain depressant, narcotic, or stimulant drugs, those educated as mental defectives or incompetents, or those committed to any mental institution, illegal aliens, citizens who have renounced their citizenship, those persons dishonorably discharged from the armed forces, persons less than 18 years of age for the purchase of a shotgun or rifle, persons less than 21 years of age for the purchase of a firearm that is other than a shotgun or rifle, persons subject to a court order that restrains such persons from harassing, stalking, or threatening an intimate partner, and persons convicted in any court of a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, unquote. According to the Pennsylvania State Police website, and I quote, the Pennsylvania State Police Firearms Division is part of the Bureau of Records and Identification and is charged with maintaining records related to firearms licensing and transfers. The Firearms Division also operates the Pennsylvania Instant Check System, PICS, which is used by firearms dealers to verify an applicant's eligibility to legally purchase a firearm in just a few minutes' time, unquote. This means that every firearm dealer that comes in contact with a buyer must run their information through the PICS, making sure that this individual is able to own a firearm. When referencing the 2016 Firearms Annual Report, the Pennsylvania State Police state that over 1 million PICS checks were done. As you can see, there are many restrictions on individuals who wish to own a gun. Now we will go on to look at mental health facts. According to Mental Health America, and I quote, 1 in 5 adults have a mental health condition. They also state, and I quote, in states with the lowest workforce, there is up to 6 times the individuals to only 1 mental health professional. This includes psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, counselors, and psychiatric nurses combined, unquote. It is also known that mental health care is sometimes not covered by private insurance, or the cost of care is too expensive for most families or individuals to afford. When looking at the individuals restricted from buying or trading firearms, you see that, and I quote, those educated as mental defectives or incompetents, or those committed to any mental institution. This means anyone that has been deemed defective or incompetent by the court. The current firearms laws have no laws on individuals with mental disabilities unless they are also criminals or simply committed to any mental health institution. According to Mental Health America, Pennsylvania is the 12th highest state of individuals that have not received mental health care. This needs to change. There are many people speaking out about gun violence and shootings that have been happening for years in the United States. In summary, after looking at the amount of unregistered firearms, which is unknown, the current laws on purchasing and trading firearms, and the mental health statistics, I do not believe that much more will prevent shootings from happening unless more mental health awareness and help is provided. I would like for you to think about what was spoken about today. The mental health